Alright guys, so our friends were saying that there's some Kanye West Pablo tour merch in this very Valley Village. I didn't believe them. Jeremy didn't believe them. We're about to find out. Let's go. Did I just find Pablo tour merch at Value Village? Dude. Is what I'm seeing real right now? Dude. Kanye West, get a cart. Get a cart. Dude, get a cart. Alright guys, so our friends were not lying when they said that there was tons of Kanye Pablo tour merch here. Take a look at what I found. Okay. Kanye West. Kanye. More Kanye. Kanye! What the how the fuck did this get here? What the fuck is this? This isn't Kanye. Fuck off, dude. We're here for Kanye. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Common Apparel video. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing the worst fashion trend of 2016, and that is the Pablo tour merch. And just before we start this video off, we want to give a quick little disclaimer. This video is strictly talking about the Pablo tour merch. We are not going to be focusing on anything else. So when we're bashing the life of Pablo, we are not bashing the album, we are not bashing Kanye, and we're not bashing Kim Kardashian. Yes. Or North or Saint. Bless their souls.
We kind of just want to start with like a little break note. So we're going to mention one of the things that we more or less like, and that was its availability and how accessible it was to people through the concept of having it being sold through pop-up shops all over the world.
Yeah.
So people didn't actually have to go to the concert to be able to buy the merchandise, which is very convenient for people, right? So that is a pro. Let's get to the cons. The first negative aspect to the Life of Pablo merchandise we want to talk about is in general, the lack of effort and just laziness that was put into it. This has to do with the fact that you can see a very, very simple, it's not even simple, it's just a design that's present on every single piece of merchandise. It's just like the kind of like the Cali Thornhill DeWitt. He designed clothing like that with that same font. Kanye saw it and then asked him to use it, then they, did their thing. Either way, it's not that it is a simple design, it's the fact that they didn't even change it for any piece. It's exactly the same for every single one. And honestly, if it was just like a few t-shirts with, that simple design on it, it'd be fine, but he used, jackets and hoodies and crew necks and t-shirts and long sleeves. Just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be making so many pieces, change it up a little bit. Change it up for your fans.
The only uniqueness between separating pieces was the city name changing and then the lyrics changing on the back.
Yeah, and then the length of the sleeve, right? It's like, it's ridiculous. Whatever. Okay. Another reason why we say it was lazy is the fact that the Gildan tag was not taken off, and this is extremely important for multiple reasons. First of all, the consumer who is waiting countless amounts of hours outside to be able to purchase the merchandise, they're getting it, and it's not even like validated that it even is Kanye merchandise. It just says Gildan on it. There's nothing wrong with using Gildan as a blank, but not taking the tag off and then charging $50 for it, that's just for like a t-shirt, like it doesn't add up, it doesn't weigh up. Another really important point is the fact that the replica market has a very, 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 very easy time replicating it and just creating fakes. So when you're buying it for resale, you never know if it's real or not, and you can't check it. You literally cannot check it. It's so disrespectful to his fans, and even to the people that waited and they know they have the legit stuff. There is no difference between that and the shit you buy as a fake.
Because when you buy fakes to flex of other brands, you're saving cost, but you're getting worse quality.
Yes.
Than the person who had to wait in line or had to pay full retail for
exactly.
it. Now
it's the same stuff.
It's the same quality too.
I just feel like the craziest part about this is how much hype can blind somebody's intuition.
It's just really, really crazy to me that people actually waited for so long to buy something so uncreative and so not unique and just why?
Shut the fuck up, I will fucking laser you with alien fucking eyes and explode your fucking head.
Another reason why we dislike the Pablo Tour merch is due to the crowd of people, the crowd of consumers it attracts, and their kind of just like their thought process on buying the clothing. We believe that there is a culture surrounding hype brands like, you know, for example, Supreme or Bape or streetwear in general. And I feel like it's safe to categorize the life of Pablo into like a kind of like a streetwear category.
Yeah.
A lot of streetwear fanatics were very into the life of Pablo. They're very into Kanye, and he's a very prominent figure in that group.
Yeah.
Right? People take a lot of inspiration from him.
Yeah. They felt like Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
He honestly, he's almost like the god, like not the godfather of streetwear, but he's the most prominent person in the mainstream media repping streetwear right now.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Right? Like you see him walk out and it's like streetwear personified.
Yeah. And there isn't an issue with that, but there is an issue when people follow him. Like, for example, people would be like an apostle, right? People follow him as if he is actually God, and anything he touches and creates has no flaws, right? And that's completely untrue. He is human and he does make things they can criticize. It's obviously subjective. Obviously, there's people who are going to be disagreeing with us on this point because they will say that it's none of our business why a consumer wants to buy whatever they want to buy, right? That's their choice, and we 100% agree with you. However, there is a fine line between
appreciating someone's work and just blindly purchasing whatever they put out because their name is on it. They can't explain why they actually like what they bought.
They can't.
Outside of Kanye made it.
And they can't, and you can even see this in interviews, right? In interviews where people go to like, for example, Supreme lineups.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, why do you like Supreme so much?
Kanye West.
I know like about like with the logo, like all the art inspirations and stuff.
That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. You're not making any statement by saying that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. This video is not meant to be bashing anybody. It may seem like we're coming off like, oh, we know better than you or something like that.
Yeah.
Not the case at all, right? We support anybody who has their own opinion and expresses their own opinion, but our issue is that these people don't have opinions.
The last reason why we think that Kanye West Pablo Tour merch was the worst fashion trend of the year is that it just fucked up the internet when it came out so hard. Forums, subreddits, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these things were just flooded to the point where you couldn't even really find things that weren't talking about it.
No, you were drowning in Kanye.
I remember entire pages of the streetwear subreddit, just like every single post is about Kanye West Pablo Tour merch. Everything. And if it wasn't someone, you know, talking about being in line or waiting in line or something or asking about information, it was like latest pickup. Kanye West Pablo Tour merch. And that was so aggravating. And actually, I feel like at the same time as it helps build the hype train tremendously because people are seeing this and they want to hop on it, they want to be able to post their own pickups, and they want to be able to, you know, act like they know what's poppin' or what.
The snowball effect.
Yeah. At the same time as it does that really well, people who didn't like it as much, when they saw how many posts were coming up with Pablo Tour merch, I think it drove them to dislike it even further.
Yeah.
And that could almost be said for the both of us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It drives you up a wall, dude. It makes you go crazy. Obviously, like, this whole phenomenon of the internet blowing things up isn't just Kanye stuff. I'm sure you guys have been on the internet long enough to know that anything that catches a little bit of a snowball effect will start going faster, faster, faster. Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason why this topic is so interesting is because it's the first time in recent memory that I can remember where streetwear really took to the mainstream. Like, streetwear was getting the kind of internet buzz and like almost like it caught this phenomenon that things like, you know, Donald Trump winning the election got, or like, I don't know, the blue black versus gold white dress thing on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Like that shit. Like, you know, this is the first time streetwear has ever done that.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have a bunch of other discussions that are kind of lining up that we're going to be doing. January is going to be getting a lot more videos in, and if you liked it, then
leave it a like, dude. Every like equals one boner. So if we get 2 likes at the same time, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's gonna go through the roof.
Oh,
finally, maybe I'll be able to suck myself up.
And remember, just because your parents hate you for buying Pablo Tour merch doesn't mean that we do too. We fucking hate you.